What's going on, Tricology family? Welcome back to another episode of Tricology News Talk, and we got a lot of good news for you guys today. We're gonna start off with a movie review for you guys. We're gonna go over the NBA playoffs, and then we got other mainstream news to talk about. So let's not waste time. Let's get into our first our topic today, and it's gonna be a movie review on Air, Courting a Legend, and this was directed by Ben Affleck. It also starred Ben Affleck as well, Matt Damon, Jason Bateman, Marlon Wayans, Chris Manasseh, Chris Tucker, and Viola Davis. So this is about a company who known as Nike. They were trying to find the perfect star, who would be able to sponsor their brand, the Nikes. So then it also shows the shoe salesman Sony Vera, and how he led Nike into pursuit of the greatest athlete of the history of basketball, which is known as Michael Jordan. Now, when I was watching this movie, it felt like Jerry Maguire. Y'all remember that movie Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise? Yeah. This is like this is their version of Jerry Maguire in the modern era. This how good the movie was. Ben Affleck did a great job directing this movie. The screenplay was great. The performances from all casts was all great. It did really feel like a Cinderella story, like with Nike's trying to find their athlete to sponsor their shoes, and they got what they wanted, and now that athlete, which is known as Michael Jordan, is the face of that brand, and then that got them to where they are today, and now we got to where we got a shoe line of Nike, which is Air Jordan. So, but yeah, this was definitely a great sports movie to watch. And if you guys have not known already, I am a huge basketball fan, and I do love basketball movies. And this is one of the great basketball films to definitely go watch. So I definitely give this movie A+, and let's hope this movie could get nominated for Oscars next year. Let's hope and see. But yeah, definitely a great film for you guys to go check out. And while we're still on the basketball topic, the 2020 2022/2023 playoffs has just begun. So let's go over the West side. So for the first round, in first place we got the Denver Nuggets going against the 8th place seed in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then we got the 4th seed in the Phoenix Suns going against the 5th seed, which is the LA Clippers. In 3rd seed, we got the Sacramento Kings going against the current reigning champs in the 6th seed, the Golden State Warriors. Then we got in 2nd seed, we got the Memphis Grizzlies going against the 7th seed in the Los Angeles Lakers. So that's your West side. Now for the East side, we got the 1st seed in the Milwaukee Bucks versus our Miami Heat in the 8th seed. Then we got the 4th seed in the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the 5th seed in the New York Knicks. Then we got the Philadelphia 76ers in the 3rd seed versus the Brooklyn Nets in the 6th seed. And then lastly, we got the Boston Celtics in the 2nd seed versus the Atlanta Hawks in the 7th seed. And we will definitely be back in a couple of weeks to see who makes it to the NBA Finals. So yeah, we will be back soon on that. But please let me know in the comments below who you think is gonna make it to the conference finals and who you think is gonna make it, of course, to the NBA Finals. But that's your NBA playoffs 2022/2023 bracket. So yeah, let me leave your thoughts in the comments below. So, with that in mind, let's get into our main street topics for today. First off, we're going to talk about is Indiana Jones. It's rumored to be the longest in the franchise. So let's go over the previous Indiana Jones films. So the Raiders of the Lost Ark was an hour and 55 minutes. The Temple of Doom was an hour and 58 minutes. The Last Crusade was 2 hours and 7 minutes. The Crystal Skull was 2 hours and 2 minutes. And now the current Indiana Jones 5, aka the Dial of Destiny, is 2 hours and 22 minutes. That's close to 2 hours and 30 minutes. So yeah. The Dial of Destiny would definitely be the longest of the Indiana Jones franchise. But yeah, still can't wait for this, to see that movie in June. So moving on. Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy is officially dead. Taika Waititi is still in development. So let's see what's going on with Star Wars. Kathy Kennedy explained that they are no longer developing these films, but would love to work with him again when his schedule permits. Ryan and I talk all the time, she says. He is unbelievably busy, so we are not actually involved in anything at the moment because he is doing another one of Glass Onion movies, and then God knows what else. But then he really wants to step back into the space. It is a big commitment of time, so that is really on him. So I don't know what the future holds, but we can hopefully expect to see the good things turn around. We did have some good news coming out of the Star Wars celebration, so let's hope for the best. Moving on, Pedro Palace as a warlock in the Mario sequel, pitches by Jack Black. Now, I definitely like this casting choice, and I hope they do that, and I hope we get like a universe with all the Nintendo characters. But yeah, but that's another story. But let's read about Pedro potentially being the casting choice for Warlock. It is not given that Bowser will return. You know, I did a few Kung Fu Panda movies, and it was different villain every movie. They may do something Black Toad's GameSpot. You know, what if there was a more powerful villain, more evil villain? Then I may need to turn to help Mario, and then the rest of to defend our universe again. Some other see force of evil. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Warlock, Pedro Pascal is Warlock. So I definitely like this this casting choice, but hopefully we get some more details if the sequel is going to be coming out because the Super Mario Brothers is now at 500 million worldwide right now, so they are like 500 million close to becoming a billion. So and they've been breaking records. So hopefully we get some more details on a sequel soon. Moving on, Grand Morale Thorne revealed to be the actor Lois McCain. So we got news from Screenrant saying that Lucasfilm has now confirmed that Lois McCain will be playing Grand Marshal Throne in the live-action Disney Plus shows, bringing one of the greatest villains to expand the universe to life at last. So, we did get a taste of the at the Star Wars celebration that he will be in the Akasora the series. So let's see what other movies and shows he's gonna pop up in. Moving on, going back to the Super Mario Brothers movie. So, like I said before, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is smashing multiple major box office records. So, let's look at these notes here. It is currently now the biggest opener of 2023, passing Ant-Man 3. It is the biggest Wednesday Sunday opening of all time. It is the biggest opening for Illumination, passing the Minions at 115 million 3-day opening. It is the second biggest animated film opening, only behind The Incredibles 2 at 183 million. And it is now also the biggest video game adaptation opening of all time. I keep telling you, the Super Mario Bros. Is breaking records. But like I said, we need an announcement for that sequel. We want it. And now let's look at the other records. They're saying that Super Mario Bros. Is now projected to make it over $1 billion. But let's look at the rankings of the top video game movies in the U.S. Opening sales. So, the Super Mario Bros. Is at 146 million. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is at 72 million, and Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is at 58 million. Pokemon Detective Pikachu is at 54 million. Lord Craft Tomb Raider, that was back at 2001 when it stars Angelina Jolie. That's at for 47 million. The Uncharted movie, that's at 44 million. The Angry Birds movie is at the 38 million, and then Rampage is at the 35 million. So that's your charts there for the top video game movie in U.S. opening sales. And then we got a another note here saying Gibson estimate that the movie will earn 1.2 million in global box office and an additional 2.3 billion from its digital release. After offsetting costs for making the marketing for the movie splitting into shares with Illumination, Nintendo will wind up with about 150 billion plus a 1.1 billion. Gibson says, "Hmm, they definitely gonna make some money off that." All right, moving on. The Batman spinoff, Penguin, as Secret Invasion and Fantastic Beasts cast. So from Secret Invasion, we got Fergus Chow. He was originally Shredder from the original the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He also did Lost, The Tick, and the expansion. And then from the Fantastic Beasts, we have Carmen Esgel for the Fantastic Beasts, Selma, Your Honor, True Detective, and also Secret Invasion. So we got two actors from the Secret Invasion. So yeah, the cast is looking stacked for the Penguin series. So and we'll get back to the Penguin in a second, but going back to the Super Mario news again, Jack Black's Peaches song is officially eligible for the Oscars, and I hope it does get nominated for an Oscar, because if it don't, I'm gonna be pissed. That's all I'm saying. Now, moving on. HBO Max is officially renamed to Max. Let's read this story. Warner Bros. Discovery has confirmed its long expanded plan to eject the HBO from HBO Max, announcing its rebranded streaming service, which will be called Max. The new offering, which combines programming from HBO Max and Discovery, will go live on May 23rd. The company made an announcement during a press event at Stage 14 on its bankroll lock. So let's get into more details on the new match stream. So let's go over the pricing details. So okay, so you got the match where you will have like commercials, and that's at $9.99 a month, where you will have two concurrent streams at a at 1080 HD resolution, no offline streams at 5 point surround sound quality, and then you got the 15.99 a month with two current streams, 810A HD, up to 30 offline downloads, and 5.1 surround sound quality. And then this is the big one. You got the Max Ultimate ad free with $9.99 a month with four current streams, up to 4K HD resolution, 100 offline downloads, and Adobe Urban sound quality. So I currently have the ad free at $15.99, but I will be losing the 4K thing. So not a big deal. So it is what it is. So we got some news coming out of from that. We did get a teaser trailer from the Penguin series, which shows that it's still in production, and then it will be coming out on in 2024. I can't wait for that. We got a teaser showing that the new Harry Potter series, and it will be focusing on each Harry Potter book, and we got an image of the Gremlin series, Secret of the Magal, and then we got a teaser of the Rick and Morty anime. So we all get an anime version of Rick and Morty. Then we got a teaser of the It prequel entitled Welcome to Derry. And then also we got a teaser of the of a new Game of Thrones series entitled A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. So we got the huge announcement there. So, and then let's move on to more details on the Harry Potter series. Saying, and this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, and it says, "Here's how the series is described by Matt. The stories from each of Rowling's Harry Potter books will become a decade-long series produced with the same epic craft, love, and care this global franchise is known for. The series will feature a new cast to lead a new generation of fandom, full of the fantastic details, much-loved characters, and drama locations that Harry Potter fans will love for over 25 years. Each season will be authored to the original books and bring Harry Potter and those incredible adventures to new audience around the world. While the original and classic and beloved films will remain encore of the franchise and will be available to watch globally." So that's our details when concerned to the Harry Potter series. So I hope it turns out interesting, because I know some people are not very well. Let me say they have like mixed feelings when it comes to the Fantastic Beasts series. All right, moving on. Morana Baccan and Stefan Cabet will be returning for Deadpool 3 as Vanessa and Colossus. Thank God. So let's read what Deadline has to say. Ryan Reynolds is looking to get back the game to get the game back together again for Marvel's new Deadpool sequel, Deadpool 3, as Morana Baccan and Stefan Cabet are set to reprise their roles as Vanessa and Colossus respectively. Reynolds recently announced that Karen Soda and Leslie Algerman will return as Doppelganger, and Blind Owl, who, like Vanessa and Colossus, appeared in the first two films. So they are definitely joining Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. So I can't wait to hear more details on Deadpool 3. And moving on, we got our first teaser trailer on the John Wick spinoff, entitled The Continental, a three part miniseries. So I do know that Mel Gibson will definitely will be in this as well. So hopefully we get a full teaser trailer, looking at all the characters in that TV series. So it will be streaming on Peacock. So definitely looking forward to that. Moving on to a sad news, saying that Jamie Foxx has rushed to the hospital following medical compliance. So here's a note from the Fox family, saying, "We want to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical compression yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asks for privacy during this time. Much love, the Fox family." So all our prayers is up to Jamie Foxx, and hopefully he have a speedy recovery and going back to do what he does. So in case y'all don't know who Jamie Foxx is, he is a two-time Oscar nominee. He did win an Oscar for the 2005 biological film Ray, based on Ray Charles. He is a six-time Screen Actors Guild Award nominee, and his key films were Ray, The Django Unchained, Collateral, Baby Driver, and then of course Spider-Man: No Way Home. All right, moving on. James Bond casting director says the new 007 needs gravity, and this is coming from Variety. In a new interview from Radio Times, longtime James Bond casting director Debbie Williams explained why young actors usually don't fit when it comes to finding a new James Bond. "When we started, it was a slight different feel," McWilliams said. "It's about the last search of the new 007 that ended with Daniel Craig's selection. We did look at a lot of young actors, and I just don't think they have the grievances. They don't have the experience. They don't have the medical capability to take on, because it's not just the part that they're taking on. It is a massive responsibility," and I do agree on that. So we definitely need a middle age actor to play James Bond. So so hopefully they get the right person to be the next James Bond. Moving on, Mia Goth will be joining Marvel's Blade with Mahershala Ali. Now you ask, who's Mia Goth going to play as? So I'm hearing rumors that Dracula might be the villain in the new Blade movie, which they already did that before with Blade Trinity. So, but this is a new way that they're gonna do it. So, and it but in terms to Mia Goth, I do believe that she might be playing as the Dracula's daughter, but that's just rumors. We don't know what she's gonna play as. All we know is that she will be joining the MCU, and she will be joining in Marvel's Blade. So that's all. That's all of the news I got, and I'm just giving you my opinions and rulers of who I think she might play as. But hopefully we get some more details on that and more news coming out of the Blade movie. Moving on, going back to to the HBO match and transition into match news. So we got some possible reasons on why Warner Bros. Discovery dropped HBO from the HBO Max. So it could be that it makes it easier to sell later, or maybe it adds different content. But I do believe on this third note saying it reflects the new wire content offering, being that it's a merger with Discovery Plus. Now, let me just tell y'all this. So, just because HBO got taken off from Match, that doesn't mean that HBO is removed completely, because you're still gonna see HBO originals content when it comes to like Game of Thrones, Successor, and all the other stuff, because that is HBO content. And then the same thing goes for Discovery content. You're gonna see Discovery original for that. That you're still gonna see. They're not gonna take that off. So, but as far as like match originals, that's the only thing different you're gonna see. That's it. That's the only different you're gonna see when it comes to that is not that's not either HBO or the Discovery original. If it's not one of those, then it's gonna be entitled Max Original. That's it. Just to let you guys know. Moving on, Dune 2 and the Marvels over and beside each other. Who will win? Now, let me be made this correction here. Now, Doom 2 opens before the Marvels in November, but let's make let's do the comparison here. So, the first Captain Marvel made it $1 billion, and that was a part of the MCU, and that was before the pandemic started. Now, as far as Doom goes, that only made 402 million. That's because theaters were still struggling with COVID. It was released on HBO Max the same day with theaters as well. And also really known property for most average moviegoers. So, with everything going back to normal and everything, I do believe that Dune 2 would definitely make more money than the first one did. And then as far as the Marvels, I don't know. I don't think it might make another $1 billion again. So that's just my opinion. So, but we'll see how they do in November. All right, moving on. Going back to the Harry Potter series, we got some huge contenders to see who's going to be the new showrunner for the new Harry Potter series. Our first contender, we got Stefan Robinson. She did Atlanta and what we do in the shadows. Next up, we got Don Fomerman, and he did This Is Us and also Only Murders in the Building. Then we got Bill Hunter, who did Barry, Inside Out, South Park, and Saturday Night Live. Then we got Bill Lawrence, who did Scrubs, Ted Lasso, and Shrinkage. And then lastly, we got the Duffy Brothers, who are best known for Stranger Things. Now, I don't know who's going to be the new showrunner, but these are some good contenders. Moving on. Top Gun Maverick star Glenn Powell to star in the Twister series. Now, I'm not talking about Twister, the game. I'm talking about the Twister with the huge tornado movie. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there. So let's read what Variety has to say. Glenn Powell is in the talks to star Upside Daisy Edgar Jones in Universal and Albers Entertainment's Twisters, a sequel from the 1996 Twister. Marilyn Hale Lee Oscar Chain is directing the film from a script by the Reverend writer Mark L. Smith, Twisters is set to release on July 19, 2024. Hmm, sounds good. And hopefully we get some more details on who's going to be joining the cast as well. And then going back to the original Twister, which has starred Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, Carrie Ellsworth, and Philip Sylvia Hushman, the 1996 Twister made over $500 million in the box office, receiving Oscars nominees for visual effects and sound creator. It was directed by Jane D. Bond from Speed, from the original screenplay um, by Michael Kerr, and with Steven Spielberg executive producing. But will Steven Spielberg will be back to executive produce the Twister sequel? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know yet. Moving on. The Guardians 3 actor just revealed Rocket's death. Now, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks, a couple months now. We've been saying, oh, Rocket's gonna die. Drax is gonna die. Peter Quill's gonna die. We don't know yet until we see the movie. But let's read what this Guardian actor had to say. Many fans know by now that Kruger actor Sean Gunn also leads his talents as the standing actor for Rocket Raccoon's motivation capture in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. While admitting to Empire magazine that it's a lot harder to play Rocket now than he is older. He mentions in the upcoming Guardians the threequel that he will be swan song as Rocket indicates he will be no longer be provided the motion capture work needed to be bringing to the beloved Guardians to life. Now, like I said before, this is going to be the final time for this current Guardians of the Galaxy team. And by after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we'll be getting a new reincarnation of the Guardians team. That's what I think is going to happen. And then continue on with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Is Guardians about to dethrone Mario as the biggest openers in 2023? So let's look back at the other big movies. So Scream 6 opened at 44 million. Creed 3 opened at 58 million. John Wick Chapter 4 opened up at 73 million. Ant-Man 3 opened up to 106 million. And then the Super Mario Bros. Movie opened at 146 million. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is projected to open between 125 and 155 million. So, let's see and they can dethrone Mario. Only time will tell. And then lastly for today, RoboCop, Stargate, and other MGM titles to get an Amazon reboot. And this is coming from Deadline. MGM Instead film and TV catalog built over the past century was the main driver behind Amazon's $8.5 billion acquisition to the Story Hollywood Studios. For the past year, since the deal closed on March 2022, Amazon Studios has been shifting through MGM's library, identifying dozens of internet titles for films and or TV development, including RoboCop, Stargate, Legally Blonde, Fame, Barbershop, The Maleficent Seven, Pink Panther, and Thomas Crown Affair. Now, here's the thing. I do believe that some of these titles could get let's say I don't want them to be when they say reboot, I don't mean like just remaking the whole thing. At least give it a sequel. Like I do see Barbershop getting a fourth sequel. That's if Ice Cube is up for it. They could do a sequel to the Magnificent Seven, but I don't know how that's gonna play out unless they're gonna do a wholly different remake on that. I don't know. I do see doing a full rebuild on Pink Panther. I do see that. I do see doing a reboot for RoboCop. I definitely see that. Stargate, I see. Legally Blonde, I see. But that's if Reese Witherspoon wants to return for that. But yeah, um, yeah. But we'll have to see what Amazon want to do for these MGM titles. But um, but that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts or your opinions on some of the topics I discussed today. And don't forget, and if you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell when new videos are uploaded. And then, of course, if you listen to me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other streaming podcast platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. But other than that, y'all, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.